Hello there, I'm Alger Hill. Welcome back to some Hearts of Iron 4 Kaiserreich playing the combined syndicates of America. It's 8th of November 1938. And for some reason, we didn't get a casus belli against the Pacific States of America. I really don't understand why. It should have fired an event that automatically gave me a CB. Right? But it didn't, and I don't know why. We're going down the Paris Summit route. I think I might have to just cheat that, to be honest. Because it's kind of dumb. It should give it to me, but it didn't. So I'm just going to declare war. There we go. It's okay. This is why sometimes you do things like this. Alright, there we go. Session engaged, and they should take everything pretty quickly. In the United Provinces of America... Oh, what's this? I've declared war on Central America. Ooh. War is broken out in Central America between Central America and the United Provinces. Our comrades in Central America are asking us now that the civil war in America is done to help them in their own fight against capitalism. Side with the anarcho-syndicalists and side with the totalists. I will side with the totalists. Just for you, baby. Just for you. Alright, there we go. Like, we wipe these guys out without really much of a problem. And then we'll go down the route of fighting in Mexico. Seriously, not really a problem. I'm gonna be fine. It would be a good idea if I could start working on tanks. I mean, it's not even 39 yet, but, you know, it'd be fun to get some tanks together. Alright. Santiago has been taken. Oh, man, look at this. We're just straight up wiping them out, aren't we? Yeah, we're just annihilating them. We're gonna take Mexico, then we're gonna take Canada. Pacific Revolution fails. Our agents are unable to bring the revolution to Pacific States. Oh, I had to wait for it. So the rest of several agents are advocating for war is the only way to liberate our brothers. Okay, they will rue this day. Boom. Alright, so that's why it takes like 3 months to fire. Okay, well, I was just impatient. But that's okay. We learn. We get over it. It's alright. But yeah, it's a very easy war. We're just kind of annihilating them, really. Are we still recruiting soldiers? We are not. We really do need to be recruiting soldiers. Let's try that now, shall we? Boom. Get some tech, and I guess we could keep working on doctrine. Ooh, nationalize the banking system. The revolution is in need of funding, and one of the ideas presented by Max Stoppman is to nationalize the banks. Nationalize it, lose 50 political power, but get consumer goods factor reduction, or find other sources of money, leaving as it is. Yeah, man. Totally. Los Angeles captured. Ooh, we can strip some of the factor and take the resources, and gain 1,000 infantry equipment. No, we don't steal from other Americans, because we don't need to. We're going to be going integrated support. Actually, no, we're going to be going line artillery, so let's go disperse support for recovery rate and soft attack bonuses. Because it's really, really strong. And boom, for the new year of 39. There it is. Thanks, LA. Thank you, LA. Come on. Okay, so the Paris Summit has been completed. Let's just see what happens with that, in case it actually fires an event. Doesn't seem to. Okay. But I can't get the second... Oh, I think we have to wait for that to finish firing. Okay. Let's go to the second constitutional convention, I suppose. Or military factory, or embrace Georgia. Let's embrace Georgism. As we bring the revolution forward, we should embrace Georgism to handle the land reform throughout the country. This will help reform the agriculture, as people will be able to own their part of the production of the land, while contributing to society as a whole. Nice. I think we have to wait for the Paris Accords to fire on their own. I think. Alright, keep attacking, boys. You can do it. Seattle captured. We don't steal from other Americans. I have no need for the infantry equipment right now, so there's no reason to waste lives. Okay, we're still getting a lot of artillery as well. Kind of having zero actual goals here. We're not actually building any ships at the moment, so we should probably work on that. Let's try and get some battleships together. The Americans demand. The Paris Summit has just begun, and naturally, it is the right to begin by informing the Mexicans of our intention of reclaiming all the American land that belongs to the American workers. They were just helping us out by fighting reactionary capitalists in the Southwest. At least that is what we hope they say. Now, I think this event is only supposed to happen if the Mexicans grab all this territory, but they never did. They're actually on the normal Mexican border. That's what's so strange here. Like, I don't really know why this is happening. Put them all in New York. And we'll also take a couple carriers, too. Like, it's kind of weird why this is happening. I don't really know. Let's get some of these factories. I think it might be a good idea if we just start to chuck... Yeah, let's start to chuck some guys on the east border. Come on, guys. Please take Mexico. San Francisco, even. Ottoman's taken two thingies. The compromise is accepted after numerous days of negotiation are proposed. Oh no! We no longer have to worry about war. Let us rejoice for the friendship and celebrating. Ah, ugh. No, 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 no. Mexican-American friendship. Get the fuck. I will pass. That's dumb. Oh, E.M. Remarque. The famous German writer, remember the Lost Generation of Poets, released a new book, the first major work of an alternate history in the German Empire. The story is a gripping tale about the life of a young Weltkrieg veteran trying to live a shell-shocked and defeated Germany. In this timeline, Theodore Roosevelt and his Bull Moose Party win the 1912 elections, leading to an American entry into the Weltkrieg and thus an Entente victory. A defeated and partially occupied Germany is gripped by constant economic and political crisis. I love this event. Witnessing the defeat of the whites in the Russian Civil War, and is couped by a bitter and extremely nationalist Adam Dressler and his German Workers' Party, who follow the ideology of people's socialism, which is an extreme version of national populism. The novel ends with the beginning of the three-sided war between Dressler's New Reich, the Western Entente, and a Soviet Russia led by Sergei Kirov. While many criticize it for large flaws in historical logic, Remarque defends his title, saying that something like this could have happened in another universe. So, those who aren't aware of the differences, basically this presupposes that Roosevelt won the 1912 American election, and Roosevelt was one. He actually got second place, I think, ahead of the re-election candidate, but Woodrow Wilson won the election, in fact, and he was president during the World War I times. However, the thing with Woodrow Wilson is that he was very much an isolationist, but it was who was let's take a look. So it was Woodrow Wilson who won the presidency, I'm pretty sure, in that time period. Yeah, they won the 1912 presidential election, and as a president, he was succeeded by Harding, yes. And Harding was president from... No, it was still Woodrow Wilson. So Woodrow Wilson was very firmly an isolationist candidate. He was very much firmly in the camp of no interfering across the world. But instead, he decided once 1917 hit to actually help out, and he did join the war, which did give a big push towards the victory of Weltkrieg. It also, and I mean, everything else is pretty normal, but however, Adam Dressler in real life, of course, did not head the German Workers' Party. It was, in fact, Hitler who won the leadership election over Adam Dressler. Adam Dressler was one of the original founders. And then finally, instead of Sergei Kirov, it's obviously Stalin. But Sergei Kirov was definitely a possible candidate for the leader of communist Russia. So I'm probably going to... Oh, Serbia, Greece, and Romania took states, and Bulgaria has been annexed. Oh my. Spicy stuff, guys. Spicy stuff. This war's taking so long. Still got a lot of peeps, so that's good. Once we get the next tech, I'm going to grab tanks. Oh, we're about to take San Francisco. We've embraced Georgianism, which is great. We can now go American syndicalism, get civ factories, industrial democracy to get production goods, and then market socialist economy to get even more civvy stuff. Let's go reconstructing America for factory repair speed. Now the Second Constitution Convention has come to a close, and we've written... Oh no! Okay, this should require that, but it hasn't. So, Second Constitutional Convention. A Second Constitution called. The convention should be hosted at the City of Philadelphia, the site of the original Constitution Convention. Many questions about the shape of what the nation shall look like should be addressed here. Let's do it. And then we'll fight Mexico. Once that war is finished. We'll just kind of let that happen automatically. It's okay. Wow, we have a lot of steel. Why do we have so much steel? Tungsten. Oh, it's because we captured this, yeah. We had to import it before we got that. Got Signal Company, brilliant. Let's start grabbing medium tanks, and then we can start rolling out tanks like crazy. Construction stuff, let's get some construction speed. And look at the number of factories we are building, guys. That was a bit easy, wasn't it? Portland captured, we don't steal, we don't steal. You. Right, America is back. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get some motorized up in here, too. And we'll get a little bit of rubber from the Dutch. The hell? Why do we have so many other generals here? Just put them all in one field marshal. This is obviously still the older patch. There's no reason not to stick to field marshals, you know? Boom. Japan has declared war on the German Empire and on Qing. Oh my goodness. Hey, look at that. I just realized there is actually a Qing, isn't there? Except it's not where I thought it would be. Oh, after the end of the Civil War, the question of the PSA leadership was put before the CSA. The capitalist nature of the Pacific States was incompatible with the socialist nature of the CSA, but it was also the thing that kept California one of those technically adept places in America. Destroying the PSA leadership would destroy this, but ensure that we would have full control of the industry of the West Coast. We could purge them and lose 200 political power and get consumer goods reduction and factory output plus 2%, or we need them and get some research. We'll get research time reduction. That's okay. We can control them with our military might. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, I can't assign these guys divisions. There we go. Perfect. So, Second Constitutional Convention. The time is here, and all delegates from across the country have arrived to debate the future of America. Rather quickly, numerous factions have formed from the various delegates. The centrists seek to form a strong, centralized government. The Unionists establish a decentralized confederation, with power coming from the bottom up. And the Federalists, in the middle, seeking a balanced approach in terms of how the government should be reconstructed. Welcome, everyone. The Central Chamber Committee is the Totalists, the Central and Radicalists, and Syndicalisms. Cool. So now, I presume I'll get an event. There we go. So, the first day debates have resulted in 3 plans of the government. The first is put forth by William Z. Foster, which posits there should be centralized Congress with the states having little to no power. This drew immediate ire from the Unionists, which countered with their own plan based around decentralized power. A delegate from the Federalists stepped forward with a third plan, which is a balanced approach, though both argued is not revolutionary enough and is just the old US government with a new name. The Federalist plan wins. Okay. The centrist plan wins and gets General Secretary's power. Interesting. So which one do we want? Let's take a look at the differences here. So, checks and balances gives unity, 5% unity and 125 political power. And this gives political power and syndicalists and radical socialists. So this one just gives less political power. This one gives a little bit less political power, but some syndicalist and social democrat political bonuses. Over here we have free associations for more political power for syndicalists, radical socialists, and totalists. Workers' Confederation, or the USSA. Okay. And then the Red Constitution. The Red Constitution, what? I think I like the idea of the centrist union. I think centrist is a good idea. Lots of political power. Totalists. United Socialistic States of America. Amazing. General Secretary's power. This is cool. Let's just see what happens with this. I've never done this event before. Only this one gets it. So the next day of debates is the delegates talking about how much power the General Secretary should have. The Unionists begin the day by saying the position's power should be weak to prevent a dictatorship. Wait, so this is like the president. That would destroy America. The centrists counter only with a strong executive can the American worker be protected from reactionaries. And once again, the Federalists has been playing the center to balance the two factions and argue for a strong executive, but one with plenty of checks and balances and a separation of powers. Well, I mean, the Federalist one makes the most sense. Yeah. I think a checks and balance, but that's what the US have now, but it should be the balanced executive. Boom. I'm going to have a really politically messed up thing. High popularity. Boom. Alright. Policy towards reactionaries. While the delegates were brought to Philadelphia to debate the nature of the public, today a separate issue was brought up when a delegate asked what should be done towards reactionary traitors. This led to a numerous debates. The Unionists seek clemency for all, and a chance for all those to build a new life in the new republic. While the Federalists claim that the leadership of those who fought the revolution must be put on trial, and the Centralists are claiming that all those who oppose must be judged for their deeds. Malice towards none, and the radical socialists get it. The leaders should be judged. That's Federalists. And all must meet their fate. I say malice towards none. I say we get over it. That currently means that there's one on each now. Vigation governments declared war on Mongolia. And the fall of Burgos has occurred. Okay, new bureaucracy. Today the main question was the nature of the bureaucracy. 2 main plans. One by Unionists, which for the new bureaucracy to be organized around the unions, and much more democratic and decentralized. Okay, that's good. And the centrists countered with a strong top-down bureaucracy that could help America with the federal government being able to fund education much better than a decentralized model. The Federalists are split, with some supporting the Unionists and others supporting the centrists. Now, the problem with that is, right, so it's basically saying, are we going to have a centralized bureaucracy? And that essentially means a strong top-down bureaucracy to education funding. Essentially, is income and is education funding from the top or is it from the bottom? And it, generally speaking, I would say it is better to have education funding come from the top, because then you at least get some kind of centralized education. I'm trying to do this logically, so I say that we should have a strong top-down bureaucracy with centrists. Boom. Having worked in education myself. The problem, however, of course, that is immediately countered by the fact that the government is fucking bananas sometimes with regards to their stupid policies and ideas. But that's okay. Hopefully we can have a good idea. And the convention results in a compromise. There's no outright winner. The various factions are forced into a compromise between the Federalist and Unionist factions. Elizabeth Gurley Flynn has been elected as General Secretary, and Carlo Tresca has been elected Deputy Secretary. So, the political power reduction. CSA becomes the ruling party. 25% syndicate popularity. Alright. Head of a government, radical socialist, ambitious union boss, consumer goods factories, 5% daily political power gain. Lame. 83, high popularity, good. Which means you bypass this, which means you can go down towards councilism and checks and balances and free associations. However, I am going to do something a little different, and I'm going to go no check. Oh, sorry, go focus, no checks. Because I want to get Mexican-American Civil War. Because that's bullshit. I want to get Civil War. Whoa, she is... Ah, it was cancelled. Alright, hang on. Focus dot autocomplete. So now I can complete it instantaneously. Focus on complete. No checks. Cool. I want to look this person up. Let's see who she was. So we have Elizabeth Gurley Flynn. That is a name right there. She was a labor leader, action, and feminist who played a leading role in industrial workers of the world, a founding member of the Civil Liberties Union, and a proponent of women's rights, birth control, and suffrage. She joined the Communist Party in 26, and in late life in 61 became its chairwoman. Wow. And she died during a visit to the Soviet Union, where she was accorded a state funeral with processions in the Red Square. Wow, that's interesting. Okay, well, you gotta respect her for her choices. Oh, she went to jail. Was arrested in the second wave of arrests and prosecuted under the Smith Act. She was found guilty and served 2 years in a prison camp in West Virginia. And she resumed activities after as a leftist for the communists. She ran for New York City Council as a communist and got 700 votes. Oh. The national chairwoman of the Communist Party in 61. And she died in Soviet Union in age 74. She was given a state funeral. And her remains were flown to the U.S. for burial in Chicago's Waldham Cemetery, near the graves of Eugene Dennis, blah, 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 blah. Left her small estate to Dorothy Day Catholic Workers' House. Lynn Day, oh, that's sad. Her activist results were far-reaching and commemorating a ballad, The Rebel Girl. Oh, it's about the Rebel Girl's about her. Oh, shit. Her quotes, history has a long-range perspective. It ultimately passes stern judgment on tyrants and vindicates those who fought, suffered, were imprisoned, and died for human freedom against political oppression and economic slavery. And we believe that the class struggle existing in society is expressed in the economic power of the master on one side and the growing economic power of the workers on the other side, meeting an open battle now and again, but meeting in the continual daily conflict over which we shall have the largest share of labor's product and the ultimate ownership of the means of life. The song Rebel Girl by Joe Hill. Oh, that's awesome. I can get the lyrics for that. Is this the one I know? Really cool. That's the rebel girl to the working class's precious pearl. She brings courage, pride, and joy to the fighting rebel boy who had girls before, but we need some more. It's industrial workers of the world. Oh, that's nice. Isn't that nice? Okie dokie. Good for you. Alright, and now we'll take a new focus tree. We'll go... Liberation of Hawaii. I like that. Liberation of Hawaii. Hawaii spread the United States before the revolution began. It's time we spread our revolutionary ideas there. Let's also declare war on Mexico. They will call in Central America, unfortunately. Alright, let's go. Boom! You're done. Very high popularity. Nice. And a new flag for America. Ooh, with the Constitutional Convention now underway, one of the topics delegates have is a new flag for the country. 3 new designs have been proposed. The first, the Stars and Stripes, with the grain and gear symbol of the in the canton. Okay, I like that. The second proposal is a stripped flag with, I think I was meant to say striped, but that says stripped flag, with a grain and gear symbol in the center. Okay. Wish I could see the different pictures. So, a striped flag, I was trying to say, with a grain and gear symbol and a border with stars around the flag. Okay. Third is a blue eagle clutching a gear and lightning bolts in a red field. And the fourth is to keep the current flag. Stars and stripes, I think, makes the most sense. I like stars and stripes with the gear symbol. Oh, it's in the center. That's the worst one. No, I should pick the second. Oh, well. Alright, this is going to be a very easy war. I honestly don't even need to manually control it, because look at this. It's just so easy. I need to kill Cuba at some point as well. Yep, let's just annihilate these guys, and we'll push down for here as well. United Provinces of America. Oh, interesting. And they're actually fighting a war there as well. Hey, we just saved them. Oh, that's cool. What's their party? They're social liberals. Ugh. Disgusting. The Spanish Civil War is over. Oh boy. Oops. Oops. Come back here. Perfect. 90 divisions. Okay. We're a bit low on infantry equipment. The Canadian Commonwealth is justifying on us. What? What? Oh no. You bastards. You little bastards. Uh-oh. Christ, hurry up and kill Mexico. Jesus H. Okay. Stop doing stuff, yo. I have another field marshal. Let's give him this general. Oh no. If they're gonna burn my face off. Alright, well, you know what? We can lose this stuff. Let's just use... Let's just make sure we have lines here. That's the main thing we need. Christ! Like, we can lose this, but we cannot lose the capital. Hurry up, finish that war. Jesus. Western states are assimilated. Yay, getting core in Northern California. How many divisions do they have, honestly? It's just taking a while because of all the mountains. Well, this isn't good. You little bastards. We'll see if we can rush Montreal, Quebec, Sundre, and Toronto. How many for Sunbury and Pilipois? 1. Alright, in the next episode, we're going to continue to push into Canada, well, Mexico, and hope we can divert our forces to Canada. They're probably going to take the northern sections of the US, but I think we'll be okay. Leave a like and a comment on the video. Let me know if you think it's serious so far, guys. Now, it's Algernon, continue to be, and this has been Hearts of Enforced Civil War. Bye-bye.